My name is Tim Stone. I'm an honorary prof at UCL. I was one of the guys who helped found the infrastructure investment and finance course a decade ago. These days, I'm, as they say, plural. So I chair the Nuclear Industry Association. I'm on the board of the Arup Group, and I chair another odd industry, which is the nuclear risk insurers. So we insure 324 licensed nuclear sites around the world, basically everywhere except North Korea, Iran, and Argentina. Sustainability, it's a buzzword. What does it mean to me? A couple of things. First of all, as a recovering banker, I like to think of it a bit like an investment. So if you have an investment, you've got $100 invested and it's generating return. If you spend that return, you're fine. If you spend all of that return, you're fine. But the minute you start eating into the capital, you better find a way of replacing it, otherwise you have nothing left to hand on to the kids. That's a simple approach. If you look at a slightly wider and perhaps a slightly more erudite approach, it's about being honest. It's what it's really about. So economists talk about externalities. What they mean is the consequences of your actions for which you're not held accountable. And we all have accountability. We should have accountability for our actions if we're decent and honest people. So one of the side effects of all this is that to be sustainable, net zero we all talk about. But what does that mean in practice? It actually means replacing all of the primary energy sources that we use. Nothing that we have today that's even low carbon will still be around in 2050. None of it's got more than 25 years remaining useful life. We have a huge challenge to replace all the sources of our primary energy, and we have to do so in a way that is efficient, not in the terms of the electricity price of that or the hydrogen price of that, but the overall cost to the national economy. Because what we're doing in rebuilding our energy system is we are redefining the economic competitiveness of our country, or your country, wherever you are, for your grandchildren. So that in a nutshell is what sustainability means to me. It's not just a buzzword, it's about being honest, decent, fair people who take the consequences of their actions seriously and deal with them. Don't just dodge it. They don't just fudge it. They don't just put it off for another day, but they deal with it today in an honest and straight way.